Hi, Sagittarius. Gus. Okay, so what we have here is we have the Eight of Cups and we have the King of Swords. And the Eight of Cups is typically that you are feeling some sense of dissatisfaction in your life. And you are struggling with where you are presently. And so sometimes we think about and we consider whether we should leave a situation and whether we should leave behind an old way of living, an old way of life. And as you can see in this illustration, this person is leaving behind 8 full cups. And that's a bounty, and that's abundance. So that tells me that the dissatisfaction or the malaise is so present that it's just time to move on and to conquer new heights. And you can see climbing off into a path under the moonlit sky toward the mountain. Solo is pretty, it's a big decision to make. So perhaps there's something job related or something maybe in hobbies or organizations that you're involved with apart from your career or your family that require you to take a closer look and to see whether or not it is beneficial to you. Because maybe it's past the point of return, which is like, you know what, I'm not getting anything out of this. And I think I'm going to stop doing it. I think I'm going to do something else, or I'm just going to let it go. And it is okay to let things go. The card here is the King of Swords would be telling you and would be trying to influence you to use your head to make this decision. And instead of maybe following your heart or making a rash or impulsive decision, follow your head, use your logic, think about the pros and cons of taking off and leaving this abundance behind. And to, just be very clear and definite in what you're going to do. The King of Swords is rules through intellect and through analysis. And so this is a situation where you are going to want to think carefully about your next move and whether or not you feel you have to leave a current situation because you're unhappy, because it's unfulfilling, because it's just not what you had hoped for. The power of leaving a situation is sometimes you have to know when to say when. And you never know what's on the other side. You have to have the faith that if you do make the decision to leave, that you have the potential to have great happiness on your new route, on your new path. So this is May perhaps for Sagittarius is a time to think about something that is not bringing you happiness or pleasure. And interestingly enough, when we look at the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess, Major Arcana, the Ten of Wands is, again, it's about feeling overburdened and feeling that you are doing more than your share of what has to be done. And in life, we have so many obligations: family, school, career, just paying the rent, paying your bills, and trying to fit fun in there. There's a lot to juggle, there's a lot to manage. And sometimes we do more than we should. And instead of delegating and instead of letting others help you shoulder the load. Now, you do have the strength to push these wands up the hill, but why? Why not let someone else help you? Why not say no for a change instead of always saying yes. So I think this could certainly play into the sense of I'm not happy. I've got to reduce. I've got to leave a situation because it's not bringing me any joy. Well, coupled with the High Priestess is a card that is suggesting that you really think deeply about your motivations and go beneath the surface of what your sense may be or what your just thinking can be at this time. Because this is really thinking about your intuition, your subconscious. What are your dreams telling you? When you're sleeping at night, what are you feeling? What are you thinking about your situation as you're sleeping? But with the High Priestess, it is a matter of doing the inner work on yourself to really reveal what's going on. And this is feminine energy. There's a sense of duality with the black and white pillars here. You have the knowledge, and you have the knowledge of yourself. And so maybe there's something hidden within you that it wants to come out that can help you find the new path. And perhaps it's a desire that you've always wanted to accomplish a certain thing in life, whether it's playing piano or climbing Pikes Peak or something. If you don't do the work of digging deep beneath the surface, then you may never recover it or find it or discover it. And as we move through May, when we see a page, this is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is the eagerness and the desire to learn. And this energy that you can rely upon is that I think it indicates that you're going to have future success, because this is someone who works very hard, studies hard, kind of plays by the rules, maybe omits having fun in favor of getting good grades or getting good reviews at the office. But this is the sense of eagerness and delight in learning a new skill. And Pentacles relate to finances and security and things of the earth. So perhaps you're working on something at a house project that you're going to undertake. Again, being out in nature. And it could be as simple as, you're just watching your pennies a little more carefully than you would in prior months. But this is eagerness for something new. Eagerness to learn, to try, to experience something new. And then with the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is could be simply travel, that you need to go somewhere to take a break from how you're feeling. Or it suggests, again, this tone that you are dissatisfied and you have to let go of a current situation and move on. And to move from little choppy waters to smoother waters. Are you the person here sitting who's being transported? Or are you the strong person who is helping move these people? So a card of twos. It depends on how you see yourself in this illustration, but I feel like it's a sense of this overall tone of something has to change. I've got to let go of a situation in order to find my happiness. Something is nagging at me, and I'm never gonna get away from it until I can really figure out what is it that I do want. And the High Priestess can help you accomplish that. Is that, in order to go to the place that you want to, have wonderful new life experiences, new relationships, whatever it may be, that you have to, you're going to have to let go of a current situation. And again, coming in very strongly this month is that you've been really thinking about this and giving it a lot of thought, and perhaps not seeing the cups that you do have filled here and missing opportunities. Here's the universe providing you a cup, and you can't even see it. And so, again, to use the King of Swords energy, which is to be wise and to be analytical about your decisions. Are you giving up something that ultimately could not be towards your benefit? Or is it just time to move on and to let go? The Four of Cups coupled with this Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, some say, is the best card in the tarot, because it has to do with opportunities, and it's the universe handing you an opportunity for financial success, for victory, for financial gain, stability. It's handing you the resources that you need. So perhaps, where we end the theme today is that, yes, any moves that you choose to make ultimately will work out for you financially, home-wise, security-wise. Let's just take a little number. Let's just take a peek at some of the numbers. Yeah, so I think that May for Sagittarius is going to require some deep thinking and some smart thinking. Thinking about pros and cons of a current situation, of something that perhaps needs to be tweaked or left behind and start anew. So I'd also like to pull just kind of a focus card or key card to help us think about guidance for May. It's of service. And of service is the importance in our lives of helping others. And whether you are consciously doing work to help others, perhaps you're a nurse or a teacher or a counselor or a doctor, there's a tremendous satisfaction in helping others and providing relief for others. And so maybe this is something that in your heart that you've wanted to maybe get out of the corporate world and to do something more humanitarian. But giving of yourself to help others is truly one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself in life, because it really does bring inner fulfillment for most people who choose to go into a service career or to help volunteer at a church or to school. It's a lot of satisfaction to be gained. I'd also like to pull a love card. Really don't see a lot of love in the 8 cards here, but we'll see. Okay. Integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. Well, integrity is a wonderful attribute to have, and I think that when you are the embodiment of integrity and you do things with compassion and empathy in mind, that others notice, and it leads to wonderful trust, and it leads to future opportunities, because people like to spend time with people who have personal integrity, who have a strong moral compass. And that's, I think, a pillar of character values, and something that we should all be striving for, is to live a life of integrity. So I hope that you found something helpful here in this reading, and that I wish you the very best in May, Sagittarius. And if you liked this video, please like, and if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. And I hope that you'll check back again for future readings. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.